of our vortex. And this is going to be a vlog where I talk about some of my artwork recently. I'm going to restart doing art vlogs. It's something I used to do very many years ago, which I thought sort of fell out of the habit of doing, but I thought I'd just redo it again. I'm also trying to get back into doing artwork. I've been doing it still quite consistently for the last year, but not painting really, more drawing and digital art. I've done a lot of digital art actually. So I'll start by just showing some drawings. I'm just going to show drawings and talk about them basically. So my little sketch pad here, the last 3 drawings I did in chronological order from oldest to newest. So if you're not familiar with my work, it's generally quite abstract and semi-abstract, but okay, so this is this. So you can see this is sort of figure at the bottom there, and a sort of maelstrom of energy around them. Sort of a high just here on the, and yeah, proper maelstrom of energy. Quite a macabre drawing, really. This is sort of just a drawing I was doing when I wanted to get some nice mark making down. I mean, there's a lot of it's actually automatic drawing as well, so it's a mixture of automatic drawing with obviously planned elements. So a lot of I guess there's a strong line going on there. It's quite chaotic in some respects. I'm sort of feel a bit mixed in the composition. Maybe it's a bit too busy, but there's that. So that's sort of interesting, I guess. And then there's this. Put that aside. Actually, I'll take it out. So I'll take it out. This is another pen drawing. It's actually a drawing of my friend Matt Tudor. So I wanted to sort of explore different aspects. I mean, the sort of idea of it is about masks, different masks that we wear as people, or as artists, or as just in general as people, I guess. So I've tried to portray that in this picture. I also use Matt, who's a friend of mine, as another artist, as a sort of model. So you've almost got like a face here, hidden in the landscape itself. I've got devil. I've got artist. So it's sort of exploration of archetypes, I suppose. Monkey, and interface, or priest as well. So because Matt's he's not religious, but he seems to be a very spiritual man. Devil, it's more his like sense of humour. Monkey is sort of like, again, sort of the humorous part of him. And artist obviously is the core thing, which is what he is, which is an artist. It's the very much the core fundamental thing I think of when I think of Matt Tudor. He's very much a classic artist, really. The last one for the recent works anyway. So this is I think I call this constructed body. It's a sort of exercise in semi-figurative abstraction. So you might look a bit similar to well, not strictly speaking, but there's some bacon-like elements here, like with this shape, this like oblong shape, and it's not really like a bacon though in a lot of respects either. It's abstracted humanoid form, I suppose, but apart from that, it's not really that similar. I just wanted to create something that was weird, basically, and sort of looking at the body again. A lot of my work concerns the body, so a lot of my work is to do with constructed bodies in space, I suppose, and just sort of playing around with that in drawing and painting. I enjoy that. I enjoy the body as a sort of starting ground for abstraction. So that's that. I think I've got some more lying around. I'll probably just have to stop the video and go and find them. I have a little doggy visitor. So I found the other sketch pads, so I'll show them. There's quite a lot of this stuff to go through. It's almost a few months worth of stuff, but I'll do it anyway. Hello, Jagger. Say hello. Okay. So I'll quite go through them fast maybe. Just to see. These are all sketches from this year. Don't sniff near it, Jagger. Is this sort of landscape, like influenced by De Bruyne painters, I guess, in a lot of respects. Quite frenzied line work and cross hatching, I suppose. Yeah, so that's that. It's like a woodland scene I did. These are all very sketchy because they're all done on just the sketch pad. The drawing I did on the outside of where I live. It was part of an art lesson from Becca Smith in the UK, one of my friends. So quite happy with that. Wow, there's bits of the buildings that could be improved. It's a bit rough on the actual windows. They look a bit squiff. The perspective's a bit off, but interesting. I'm not usually one for drawing buildings, so that was worth having a go at. This is one of the first drawings I did, I think, last year sometime. Not really that finished really, but it's sort of a robot in a weird. It's got some programming language in there. Not really finished. There's a lot of blankness in the up top. And I've got a figure going howl. And some sort of computer science there, a cog in an ever-present infinite desire machine. Very Deleuzian inspired, I suppose. First selfie. So, self-portrait with earphones on. I'm gonna do this 2020, so it's from last year. And sort of alright, I do quite like this. It's not the perfect rendering, if you can prepare. But it's, I think I captured something of myself looking a bit pensive actually. Get down, Jagger. And then next up, I've got a picture of my friend Matt Tudor, which I did, actually did live from a webcam feed. This was about late 2020, I think, so peak COVID time. I quite like this portrait. I think I got a good little rendering of Matt's features. And I like the sort of, it's a bit sparse here, but it sort of works, I guess, in some respects. I could probably work on it more, but especially in this area here, but I think it's a nice little sketch actually. It sort of works. The windows in the background too. Something quite interesting captured there, I think. This is from an art lesson. Just an exercise really. So it's copying actually from a picture of the Becca had done with a flower and some, it's like a still life basically. So that's that. I don't know if I can say much about that. Symbolic maybe in some respects, but okay, let's go find some more. This is one of the first drawings I did when I arrived in Russia, so this is quite a while ago actually. It's the view from my flat window. It's a bit hard to see because it's pencil, but that's that. It's alright, I suppose. It's just a sort of picture of life in the flat, really. This was quite funny. It's a quick little sketch of Yulia, girlfriend doing give me the one-fingered salute. Not much more to say about that one, but it's quite amusing little snippet. This is some stronger stuff from last year. So, sort of an expressionist figure, but warped, oblong sort of face, elongated, leaving or entering a cave, depending on what your perspective. And then these were quite strong. I like these ones. So I introduced a bit of red to the sketches I was doing. Almost looks like Bowie, that in some respects. Very alien looking figure. Very much like Bowie actually. This is sort of an anti-consumerism message to this piece. It's abstracted like Picasso, I guess, with the face, and then the sort of industrial furnaces rising up from the landscape in the background. Gives it a sort of hellish atmosphere. Well, that's quite an interesting piece actually, I think. This is just some doodle shit. It's terrible really. Not terrible, but just doodling. Doesn't really mean anything. or have any significance. A bunch of random stuff I'm just zooming past there, which wasn't even finished. I quite like this picture, another one of Yulia. Quite nicely developed actually. Quite like how this came out. So this is from life. She was just lying on the bed and decided to draw her. Nice little, I like how the trees are in the background as well. It's got a nice feeling to it. So I'm quite proud of this piece actually, the drawing. One of my best drawings from last year maybe in some respects, especially from the life ones. So I didn't do enough if I'm honest, but I did some, which is the main thing. So zooming forward a bit more, there's just a lot of, this is a sketchpad, there's a lot of underdeveloped and unfinished things. This sort of alright, I don't really know what to think of it really. Snake-like thing, sort of expressionist. What else to say for that one? I think that's more or less it. I think I've got, no it's not. So I wanted to do these sort of weird Bacon-esque in the figure of anyway, drawings for a little bit. Just as an experiment, diving into some darkness as it were. So I did this piece. It's not the darkest thing ever, but it's sort of weird. So let's do that for a bit, just do some random dark stuff. Another self-portrait very similar to the other one, but just a bit different. I don't know if there's much to say about that one. This is from another life drawing session. So that was an interesting model, sort of alternative looking woman. There's a few different versions of that one. I think I've only got one here though. Okay, so that's that for that sketch pad, of anything worth sharing anyway. So I'll move on to the big one. There's only one piece to show from that, so not much to show. Just about two really. So I did this. I don't like it though. I don't think it's right. It's a self-portrait, but I'm not convinced it captures me very well. I think it's I look a bit weird in it really. Just look a bit like some weird weird uncle. Less said about that, the better probably. And finally, an obligatory sort of coronavirus referencing piece. So it's like a mask here, abstracted face, figures. I think that was weighing heavily on me at the time when I made this, which was December 2020. I even put the month on it this time. But yeah, that's some work from this year, like last year and this year. Some sketches. First one of these I've done for ages, so I hope that's interesting for anybody watching. I've been Chris Gobbler for Noir Vortex. That's been some of my artworks, drawings, etc. Hope you found some of that interesting and insightful in this in any way. The website's chrisgobblerart.co.uk and Noir Vortex for my writings.co.uk for my writings. And that's it. Like and subscribe if you like it.